We've all heard of Sam Sulek. He's the craziest bodybuilder on YouTube right now, with insane workouts and an even more shocking diet that consists of a dozen donuts, cinnamon toast crunch, and gallons of chocolate milk. He's impossible to avoid.
Oh, whoa. Get the away from me. Honestly, I mean,
if your TikTok FYP is filled with high school freshmen chasing the pump and swapping out chicken breasts for donut holes, you might have seen a hashtag called the Sam Sulek effect. Still, behind his friendly demeanor, Sam is keeping a dirty secret. Standing at 5'11" and flexing 240 pounds of solid muscle, it's like someone took a vacuum cleaner and sucked all the fat right off his bones. Fitness coaches are trying to get to the bottom of what drives his stellar physique.
This was a horrendous diet, one of the worst diets I have ever seen.
Without the use of performance-enhancing drugs, it's impossible to eat the way Sam eats, train the way he trains, and look the way he does. But are so-called YouTube experts overreacting for clicks and views? Or is Sam headed down a dangerous path he might not be able to come back from?
I think hamstrings have been sufficiently stimulated.
To understand how Sam Sulek got so popular so quickly, it's important to look at where he came from. Born in the heart of Ohio on February 7th, 2002, Sam enjoyed a very average upbringing with his younger brother Mark, who he encouraged to accompany him on his journey to get swole. Although he never pursued the art of professional diving in college, he developed an obsession for all things weightlifting. He had a fantastic physique as is, but he packed on nearly 80 pounds of muscle within 2 short years of loading his first 45-pound plate on the bar. That's right, powered by nothing but double cheeseburgers from Five Guys and gallon after gallon of whole milk, Sam ballooned from a rather unimpressive 160 pounds to 240 pounds of lean mass. He's a walking juggernaut, and that's even putting it lightly. We could chalk up Sam's superhero physique to novice gains, but those usually don't result in having a 500-pound back squat and using the entire stack of weights for tricep pushdowns. He gained 2 million plus YouTube subscribers and 2 million plus TikTok followers in just under a year with no sign of slowing down. His online presence is unrivaled in the fitness and bodybuilding industry, and everyone is trying to figure out what he'll do next. But do you want to know what the most insane part about his progression is? 4 years ago, he was right there in the high school gym, trying to improve his routines and build strength for swim meets at Delaware Hayes High School in Delaware, Ohio. Which leads us to wonder, how on God's green earth did Sam build a physique comparable to an IFBB pro in 4 short years of lifting weights? Sam has never explicitly discussed the use of anabolic steroids in any of his videos. At the same time, it's overwhelmingly clear that Sam Sulek is not natural.
I could be wrong, but based on the severe acne on the chest, the shoulders, the arms, everywhere, I think he's in danger. You see the visual changes in his face. He does not look like a healthy young man, only 21 years of age.
Steroids aren't a get-rich-quick scheme. Without putting in hours upon hours of grueling sessions in the gym, steroids won't take you from 0 to hero. With a diet that could be featured on TLC's My 600-Pound Life and enough gear to put a weightlifting novice in the ICU, Sam's young age and current lifestyle have many people worried about his health behind the scenes.
Okay. Oh, fuck.
Noticed a common thing. When the guy is doing absolutely nothing, he is out of breath, completely winded, gassed.
Get as full as possible, pretty much as heavy as possible. Because right now, I could probably gain because I've only been eating probably, I don't even know, maybe.
He sounds more gassed than me after doing 2 8-balls.
People are trying to expose Sam Sulek left and right, and people believe that he's setting a bad example for younger viewers. More specifically, he's encouraged his younger brother Mark to join him in the gym, which many people view as indirect encouragement for him to follow in Sam's footsteps. This may or may not include following his steroid cycles. Bodybuilding coach Greg Doucette proclaimed that Sam has one of the worst diets he's ever seen.
I don't want anyone to watch this video and think that you can eat anything remotely close to this and actually be healthy.
As of right now, his potential is limitless, but there is one factor that could make or break Sam's bodybuilding career. While Sam has remained quiet about the presence of anabolic steroids in his lifting journey, the writing is on the wall. If most people ate 5,200 plus calories of Cinnamon Toast Crunch, chocolate milk, cheeseburgers, and donut holes the way Sam did during his spring bulk, they'd look chubby in a tight t-shirt. Sam's concerning shortness of breath with every double front bicep pose he strikes in the mirror or video he films is the first indicator that he might not be as healthy as he looks.
When he's sitting in his car, when he is doing absolutely nothing, filming, it seems like the man had just done a couple rails at a party in the bathroom.
During his infamous spring bulking season, many YouTuber commenters and fitness coaches pointed out his noticeable acne problems. Unlike regular acne, which usually appears on the face and forehead, Sam's chest, back, and shoulders were riddled with inflamed abscesses and massive blackheads. He's since cleaned up his skin during his most recent fall cut, which is encouraging for his continued health and longevity. Still, these are two key signs that Sam is using high doses of anabolic steroids to achieve the physique of a competitive bodybuilder in just a few short years. It's no secret that Sam's stellar figure is the source of his fame. Fitness influencers have argued that Sam's online presence sends a concerning message to his Gen Z audience that anabolics are the key to fame and fortune, and they worry that impressionable viewers on TikTok might be inclined to follow in his footsteps. Respectable fitness coaches have offered advice to Sam, but following their fatherly guidance would most likely jeopardize his internet fame. Greg Doucette is one of Sam's most outspoken critics. It seems like every other video he posts is about Sam's lifestyle, and he's made some bold claims about Sam's future in the fitness industry if he keeps up his routine.
I think he's in danger. You see the visual changes in his face. He does not look like a healthy young man, only 21 years of age. And I would hate to see that this guy continues on this journey and perhaps ends up in the same situation as someone like Dallas McCarver, Boston Lloyd, and all the other famous bodybuilders we have lost as of late.
Greg thinks that Sam's current level of fame sets a terrible example for his largest group of followers, Gen Z gym rats, who believe that Sam has achieved the quick road to success.
I'm saying the fact that I don't believe he's natural is in fact one of the reasons he's this popular. If you were 100% natural, I don't think he'd have nearly the same following.
Jeff Cavalier, a popular athlete who's the founder and owner of Athlete X, has agreed with Greg's analysis. In addition to voicing his concerns about Sam's online presence, normalizing steroid usage, he's gone so far as to say that if Sam Sulek was his son, he'd be terrified of losing him to a heart attack.
I could see my boys one day being that old. They're only 7 right now. I could see them, if that was them at 20 years old wanting to do the same thing, it would terrify me.
Another bodybuilding professional takes a step back from saying that Sam's lifestyle is doomed to an early end by reminiscing on how he acted at the tender age of 21.
He's 21. Dude, when I was 21 years old, my illustrious past of steroids, drugs, women, partying, I made this dude look like a fucking saint.
Still, he emphasized the unhealthiness of eating an entire box of Cinnamon Toast Crunch every day and chalked up Sam's diet to simply being young and dumb. Seth believes that Sam's current lifestyle will contribute to his character development later in life. The human body is highly resistant, and Seth isn't necessarily on board with the idea that Sam's career will get cut short.
His diet, it didn't sound too good, but it's working for him. A lot of people that I think that would eat that diet, I don't think you would look that great on that diet.
No.
I think you would kind of go on the little chunkier side, yeah. And I would do the same. So I mean, I think those are just things to keep in mind when you're doing this. Like, dude trains hard. I mean, he's got full range of motion on these flies here. It's just like, you're young. If you're a young man having fun, enjoying the gym, keep enjoying it.
Dr. Mike Israetel, a freakishly strong exercise scientist, shies away from criticizing Sam's lifestyle too harshly and encourages viewers to protect their joints with slow and controlled movements.
I've been known to throw around 7, especially when you're fresh. I mean, when you're fresh on back, you're pretty fucking strong.
So I'll just go out and say it. On most machines, especially that particular rowing machine, if you're using much more than 4 or 5 plates, color me curious. I'll say I'm giving a skeptical eyebrow here for how is this technique going to look? Because if you say you need 6 plates on a rowing machine, the smart money is you're using it wrong.
Now, it's time to answer everyone's burning question. Aside from the outspoken criticism of IFBB pros and popular athletes, does Sam Sulek's current chokehold on the fitness industry pose a real threat to his audience? You know, those high schoolers looking to get big and jacked in no time flat. The kids who watch Sam's workouts on TikTok and say to themselves, hey, this guy isn't that much older than me and he looks amazing, I'm gonna do what he does. Alex Eubank, another popular fitness influencer, has spoken about this at length.
A lot of the kids who follow him, which I know a lot of kids who follow me, they can be like kind of manipulated pretty easy to where I'm more worried about these younger guys hopping on steroids because they look up to someone like Sam Who again, he doesn't promote steroid usage at all, so I respect him for that. But it's like these kids will see him being young, really successful, and also looking extremely swole, obviously on gear, and then they might be more tempted to like hop on gears themselves to be like the role model that they look up to.
From a glance at his relatable content, friendly demeanor, and conversational tone, it's clear that Sam doesn't have any bad intentions towards his audience. The fact that he's never encouraged anyone to buy shady products or use PEDs in any form speaks for itself. Although it's clear to see what Sam does behind closed doors, personal accountability is in short supply these days. It's important to recognize that we can't fault Sam Sulek for the impulsive actions of impressionable teenagers. His entire legacy is built around his physique. Asking him to stop using steroids is like asking him to step out of the spotlight and sacrifice his future opportunities. Although his YouTube channel brings in upwards of $100K per month, Sam hasn't let that money change him. Currently, he studies in Oxford, Ohio. When he's not preoccupied with schoolwork, he can be found playing Clash Royale, eating cheeseburgers, drinking chocolate milk, working a part-time construction job, and grinding away at the gym. He's also a little bit socially awkward, especially when it comes to his gym workouts.
Hey, don't distract my spotter.
I'm so sorry, man.
Sounds like your typical overachieving college student, right? Rather than vilifying Sam as a fitness influencer who indirectly encourages his fans to engage in unhealthy habits, we think it's a more fair assumption to realize that Sam Sulek is trying his best in every area of his life. His personality quirks allow him to relate to his younger audience, many of whom also struggle with the ladies.
Holy shit. A girl was just like fucking really waving at me. I had no idea what she's doing.
While his steroid usage might have earned him a platform, his vlog-focused content centers around bringing viewers into his world. We've seen plenty of juiced-up meatheads come and go, but Sam Sulek is something special. His friendly nature, daily video uploads, imposing physical stature, profound intellect, and no-nonsense approach to training are the perfect recipe for internet stardom amongst a Gen Z audience who's tired of watching boisterous and cocky influencers flex their muscles on cam. No matter how Sam decides to leverage his newfound fame, our team wishes him all the best in his future endeavors. What do you think about Sam Sulek's rise to fame? Be sure to leave your thoughts in the comment section and don't forget to click that subscribe button if you want more content just like this.